What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. We are in the home stretch of getting this thing running on its own power. I do need to just do the oil and the coolant, axles, lower control arms, tie rods, and brakes, and it will be running under its own power hopefully soon, if everything goes according to plan. So in this video, that's what I'll be doing. First, I'll be priming that turbo, putting oil, coolant into the car, and then turning it over, see if everything runs, no problems. And then if everything checks out, gonna continue on with the suspension components and the brakes. So let's get into it. Hit that subscribe button. I appreciate those who have followed the journey so far, and those who continue to follow the journey. I'm trying to hit that 1,000 subscriber mark. Even 500 would be nice at this point, but yeah, there's a lot of plans for this car as far as traveling. I do plan on crossing the country in January. I will be hopefully going to Florida with it, and track days. There's going to be a lot of track days with this car next year. So hit that subscribe button, follow along for the journey. Appreciate it. Let's get into it. All right, so now I'm going to prime the turbo. I'm going to take off the feed line here. I just took off the feed line. I'm going to now fill it with some Valvoline 10W30, which is what I put into the motor. Hopefully this doesn't get everywhere. Let's see. All right, so now what I'm about to do, I haven't done yet, but I just picked up a battery and I'm gonna put it in the car, see if I have power. That's obviously number one. Hopefully I do. Hopefully everything that I did and wired was correct, which I think it is. But then I'm gonna prime the fuel pump so I can empty out all the old gas that's in the car. And then I'll be able to prime the turbo, and then from there fire it up. So let's see. A little scary. Holy smokes. We have power. All right, so we have power. Grabbing the key. Clean the whole inside of this. Holy crap. Okay. We have power. All right, now that I have the hose hooked up, not hooked up that well. Let me see if the fuel pump primes. Okay. Okay, it cranked. That didn't crank. All right, so we're gonna move away from the starter issue right now. What I have here is a set of Ackerman knuckles out of a PT Cruiser GT. It gives you slightly better turning radius in the Neon SRT-4 because, as we all know, the turning radius on those cars are horrendous. So this is supposed to help out a little bit. Brand new. I'm going to be installing the wheel bearings in these and new spindles with extended lug nuts. Just picked up this press machine. Yeah, so let's get to that. All right, so I tried smacking the starter one more time just to give it a test. This time with an actual hammer instead of a wrench. Oh, so a couple days have gone by. As you can see, I'm wearing a hoodie now. It's a little bit chillier here in New Jersey. I have my hubs and I have ARP extended wheel studs. Now I'm gonna be pressing into my hubs here. Still waiting on the fuel pump, should be coming here in a couple days, and then I'll be working on that. And hopefully after that, everything runs smooth and I get this car running, started, and then just have a couple more suspension components I need to install, like the control arms, knuckles, tie rods, etc. And it'll be road ready. I do have a trip in January. Then I'm gonna be taking this car hopefully down to Florida. So hopefully everything runs smooth. Let's get into pressing. All right, so now going back to the whole fuel pump thing, I pulled the car out of the way, so I'm gonna have easier access to the whole fuel pump and the tank. I'm gonna drop the one side of the tank a little bit and extract the fuel pump and hopefully replace that, and that'll be the issue, hopefully. So the fuel pump is sitting back over here in this corner, and I'm gonna drop this strap over here so I can lower this side and have an easier access to get to this fuel pump. So there's two 10 mil screws on the right side up over here that are holding this bracket on, and then a 13 mil bolt on the bottom of the strap holding the other side up. So you have to drop that first, and then it's a 15 mil to the strap. So now I have all the sensors disconnected. Let me try to get this fuel pump out, hopefully. So as you saw there, you just take a flathead screwdriver, a little hammer, break it loose. The moment of truth. Will a bunch of fuel dump out? Oh man, I'm gonna need a new gasket. And there's fuel. Kind of hard to see, but a lot of stuff is just sitting in that tank, so I'm gonna clean that all out. And this was the fuel that was sitting in there. I don't even know what you call that, because that's not even fuel. So it's a good thing I took that and dropped it. I'm gonna clean it all out and yeah, put good fresh 93 octane in there and get this thing running on tip-top shape. So in this segment of the video, I'm going to be installing my brand new Walbro 255 fuel pump into my brand new fuel canister that I ordered off Modern Performance. I decided to go with the brand new fuel canister just because, and I'll post pictures right here, the wiring to the old fuel canister were all ripped and I didn't want any future problems, so might as well just go with brand new. So I'm going to be installing the fuel pump here in the comfort of my office. All right, so I took the fuel canister out of the box. I have the fuel pump here, didn't open that up yet. You're supposed to disconnect the plug from down here, and then these wires need to come out from this plug itself so you could feed it through the canister. I'll get more into that. But the biggest thing that they don't really talk about in the instructions is you need to take this blue or green or whatever its color it's going to be out first before depinning the wires. So that's what I'm about to do here. And just like that, it comes out. You just grab some pliers and pull it right out. Before you start doing anything, take as many pictures as you possibly can, just to remember where the wires are gonna go. And then from here, you could just start depinning. Okay, so again, might be hard to see, but there's little tabs here. Not sure if my camera's focusing on it right now, but there's little tabs here above the actual pin, and you're going to lift those up, and then you'll be able to pull the wires right out. Just so it's kind of clearer for you, there's these little tabs. Again, I don't know if my camera's focusing, but there's little tabs right here. There's gonna be 4 of them, little square or rectangular tabs. You're gonna lift those up and you'll be able to pull the wire right down. Which there's this little red tool that they include. I don't know if I'm actually gonna be using this or a screwdriver, but let's see. And there it is. Took a little bit of finessing, but that's finally out. So now these wires run up here. All right, so I'm just installing the parts that are included in the kit. So this has its own opening here for this. And then you're gonna use this blue grommet and slide that on. So it honestly, it just pulls right out. A new one. I'm gonna slide the wires through. And then install a new fuel pump. So if I'm looking at like my plug like this, black wire was to the right. That snaps in. The one blue wire that I coated in black is next to that. That snaps in. And the other blue wire. That snaps in. And then the red wire to
to the left. That snaps in. So once you have all those, you can then, you gotta put that piece back in, then plug that. And now you have a rewired 255 fuel pump. All right, so here I'm installing my wheel bearing retainer plate, and the torque specs on this are 28 Newton meters or 250 inch-pounds. All right, so now that I have everything bolted up, the bearings pressed in, I can now press in the new hub into my Ackerman knuckles. Ready to click in. Let's just make sure it's in there. Yeah, that looks like that's in there. I know it's going to be hard to see, but there's a ball joint pinch bolt right here, and that's 70 foot-pounds. It's an 18 mil. The camber bolts, I couldn't really find a definitive answer online, but I'm doing 65 foot-pounds. All right, now that we got the whole fuel pump situated, it's time to reinstall a fuel tank. So I'm gonna prime the turbo once more. Hopefully, battery didn't die or anything. I hear that fuel pump priming. That's a good sign. And I have fuel level. That's also another good sign. Oh man, this is crazy. Don't know why it's not turning over. All right, so it's the next day. I had my buddy swing by to drop the bearing retainer plate off for my passenger side, and we tried starting it yesterday. Got a new battery, the fuel pump is in, and as you saw, it wouldn't turn over. So he came up with the idea that it's possibly a leaking injector. It was blowing fuel out of one of the cylinders. So I just replaced all the injectors with stage 2, stage 3 injectors that I had for my white SRT-4 when I was stage 2. So it's a good possibility that that was hopefully the issue, and I'm gonna try firing this thing up, and it's gonna fire and not catch fire or anything. Here we go. Holy smokes. Wow. It actually fired up. Holy smokes. She's actually running. She is actually running. Holy smokes. After all this time, it's finally running. She sounds good. It's a little smoky in here, but she's actually running. It's been like a year in the making. Holy smokes, it's running. Holy crap. It's holy crap. It's running. I'm sorry, I am in shock because I didn't think it was gonna fire up. That was it. My buddy Chris was right. It was a bad injector. In the next video, I'm gonna be addressing all these small issues and whatnot that, vacuum leaks, and I'm gonna be doing the suspension. I still have to do the control arms, button that all up, and then it will be a full solid on the road running car. So hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you watching. Stay tuned. This is gonna be good. Take care.